Hi guys, I'm sorry. Made a video earlier today, but apparently it did not save. So here's try number 2 late at night. There's a baby in my lap, so if you hear squealing, um, that I will pause it and deal with that and then come back. Right now he is hitting the desk. Say hello, Elliot. Okay, well he's not a man of many words. Okay, let's go. The first part asks you guys to look at the story Controversia in your packet. I have it right here for our reference. We'll come back to it. All of these questions can really be answered without even looking at the story, so I'm just going to do it like that. Right, so it says line 1, what tense is habe bat? It has the BA. That makes it imperfect. So instead of meaning has, habe bat means he, she, or it was having. Okay? It says in line 1, what case is amicum? That um ending right there tells you that it is second declension, accusative singular. Alright. In line 6, what is the tense of nu diavit? The V in there tells you that it's perfect. And instead of meaning announces, this means he, she, or it announced. Okay. In line 9, what is the degree of the adjective meliores? So according to our comparative and superlative notes, on the very last slide and at the very bottom of your note sheet, we had some irregular positive, comparative, and superlative adjectives. As you see at the bottom, you have bonus, followed up by melior, and then optimus. Well, we see melior right here is in the comparative. It also ends in IOR, as all other comparative adjectives do. Bonus means good. Melior, as its comparative, would mean better. So, going back, we see meliores. It has the IOR in there. That tells us that it's comparative. All right, in line number 5, in line 14, it says, "What is the who is the subject of sumus?" If you look at your notes from 2 weeks ago, we know that any verb ending with "in-us" has a subject of we, or in Latin, nos. All right, number 6, in line 14, what are the case and number of Romani? Romani is that I ending is always nominative, and it's always plural. Remember, I always tell you guys to think of fungus, and the plural is fungi. This is the same idea here. Okay, and in line 14, is the verb sumus a singular or plural verb? Well, we see here that the mus, that means the subject is we, and we is always plural. Okay, in number 8. In lines 11 through 17, which verb has a plural second person ending? If we go back and look at, I don't have that one. I'm going to pause this real quick, guys. All right, well, we're back. So the question that we were answering was which verb has a second person plural ending? Second person plural. Second person is always some form of you. And if we're talking about second person plural, we are talking about a bunch of yous. Technically, the correct answer, the subject would be you plural, but in the South, we say y'all. And we know from our notes from a couple weeks ago that the verb for y'all, verbs with the subject of y'all, ends with the TIS. Isn't that right, buddy? He's flexing and trying to bust out of here. So, let's go back and look. Do any of these verbs have a TIS ending? Oh, look at that. Habetus. Okay. So that TIS ending to second person plural. MUS is first person plural. T is third person singular, as well as S over here is also third person singular. All right. Number 9, in line 14, what is the degree of the adjective fortissimi? Okay, well, if we go back and look at our notes, let's go back and look at our comparative and superlative notes. So we know from before that IOR tells us IOR tells us that it's comparative. Iori. So that doesn't help us here. We're looking for isimi. Oh, look at that. So we see novus turned into novissimus to make it superlative. He is excited about. Are you so excited about superlative adjectives? So that makes the answer to number 9, C, superlative, because fortissimi, that is the superlative ending right there. Okay. And number 10, in line 16, what is the case of contentiones? This is the only one you need the story for. So we're going to look down at line 16. We have to figure out if it's nominative or nominative or accusative, because in the third declension, es is both nominative and accusative. So here's our sentence right here. Vos graeci sempre contentiones habetis. Oh, we look here at the verb, and we have our subject, was, and our subject ends with a tis. So we know that the subject of this sentence could not be arguments, because the ending would be nt. So, since this sentence is translated to say, y'all Greeks, or you Greeks, always have arguments, or debates. Debates is the thing receiving the action, so that makes it, accusative. Woo! Okay. Alright. Fun fact, there are no derivatives on this test. So to save us some time and to keep this little man from having a meltdown, I'm going to skip over 11 through 20. Okay. So in number 21 through 25, you are choosing between A, B, C, and D to tell me the subject of this verb. Whoa! I am so sorry. I will go deal with it. Alright, I am back. Sans baby, I put him in a trash can somewhere, so he should be good until we're done. I am sorry if you were listening to that on earbuds. Okay, let's continue. Alright, so we know from our notes that sum, that's one of the irregulars. And as you can see here, these need to be studied. Sum, est, sumus, estis, and sum. So you see sum here, and the subject is I, or in Latin, ego. So, correct answer for 21 is A. Tis, on the end of vocatis, tells us that the subject is y'all, or in Latin, vos. Habemus, the ending is mus, M-U-S, that tells us the subject is we, or in Latin, nos. Amo, the ending is O, and that tells us the subject is I, or in Latin, ego, and that means I love. And then 25, dicis, that ending is S, and that tells us the subject is you, or in Latin, to. Okay, so in this one you have to choose the word that correctly completes the sentence. Your vocab packet could be helpful here, but during the test I'll give you guys definitions of the words that you need. So 26 through 34, we did this as our warm-up today because most of the missing questions come from this. So we have servus blank togam tradidit. Well, servus means slave. The verb here is tradidit, means handed over, and this means toga. So we have the servant handed over the toga. All of these words mean master. And really the only way that master will fit into this sentence is if we're saying the slave handed over the toga to the master. Well, according to our notes from stage 9, we need to figure out which one of these endings. We know dominus is a second declension word, and we want to try and figure out what ending we need to say to or for the master in this case. So any sentence where you need to or for before the noun in order for it to make sense, you're going to use a dative ending. Dominus is a second declension noun, so we're going to go with domino. So what answer is that? We have domino right there. Alright. Okay, number 27. Ancilla metelli blank servat. So this means the slave girl saves something for Metella. Well, these all mean dinner, and we need the direct object in the sentence. We need to know what is being saved. So, as we know, anything that is receiving the action is accusative. So our answer there will be C, canon, because am is the accusative ending. Alright, mercatoris blank pecuniam dedere. The merchants gave money. Once again, these all mean citizen. So we need to figure out which one of these means citizen. Third declension, bla em. The second one is always dative, so we're going to go with kiwi. Alright. Number 29, blank cani cibum quaeribant. Alright. So we have our subject is missing. The first word in the sentence is usually the subject. And we say is looking for food for the dog. So we need a nominative. And we also know by looking at the enti here, we need the nominative to be plural. So we have ancilla, it's the first declension noun, and we know that anq, the ae, is the nominative plural ending. Once again, if this is not making sense to you, I would suggest studying this chart and trying to remember the declensions. I, os, is. It goes nominative, accusative, dative. On this one, typically it'll be nominative, dative, accusative. I need to change that for next year. Second declension is us, o, e, os, is. Third declension is blah, and e, s, e, us. And that's, once again, nominative, accusative, dative. And these tell you how they're being used. Okay. Once again, in this sentence, we are missing our subject because we're missing the first word. And we see the verb ends in moose. So we know that our sentence, our subject is going to be nos. Alright? Leo erat blank on canis. Alright? So we're trying to say the line was blank. Than or how? The dog. Well, in this case, than will make more sense. And in that case, these all mean quick, quicker, and quickest. Quicker would make the most sense. So we're going to go with calerior. Alright. Infans, quintus, and caecilius. Caecilius est blank. Okay, so these all mean tall. Altus means tall, altior means taller, and altissimus means tallest. Out of a baby, Quintus and Caecilius. Caecilius is the father of Quintus, and therefore way bigger than the baby, so he would be the tallest, altissimus. Alright, number 33. Blank and foro ambulant. We're missing the first word again, so we know we're missing a subject. And we got to look at the ending here of this verb, nt, so we know the subject's going to be plural, and so we know it's going to be mercatoris, because that is the nominative plural ending of the third declension. Alright, number 34, vos blank gladiatoris maximi. And in this case, we are missing our verb. And these are all different forms of is or are. The subject is vos, so we need to find our one that ends with tis, since vos means y'all, and tis is the second person plural ending. So the answer there is going to be D. Alright, good. Now we get the English, we have to do some translating. Okay, so we have nos Graecis sumus calidissimi. That means we Greeks are the smartest. Where's my highlighter? There we go. Alright, number 36. Gladiatoris mercatoribus leonis ostenderunt. Okay. So we got our gladiatoris is our subject. Ostenderunt showed. So the gladiators showed lions to the merchants. This is dative. Yeah, ebus ending. Always dative. Well, so really, and also these type questions is really just test taking skills. By just looking at the first word, gladiatoris, you already eliminate two options. And then from there, you go your next word, your verb, ostenderunt. We know that's a perfect ending, errant. So showed or shown. So you really only need to translate two words to know that D is correct. Alright, number 37. Alexander rhetori et discipuli sententiam neuralit. Alexander told the opinion, and these are both dative right here, to the teacher and the students. To the teacher and the students. Number, and that will be A. Alright, now we need the Latin sentence that matches the English sentence. Father and the sons, so that would be pater et filii, were giving, so we need a imperfect verb right there. That would be dabant. Food, kibum, to the dog. Let's see, we say patres, nope, that doesn't work. Pater et filii, canibus, kibos, dederunt. Nope, dederunt would not work because that is perfect. So that would be gave food to the dog. Ah, there it is. Pater et filii, cani, kibum, dabant. Okay, number 39. The mothers bought new togas for the servants. Okay, so mothers, matres, bought, that'll be immerunt, because mothers is the subject and it's perfect tense. New togas, togas noas, for the servants, servis. Mater servis toga noam, nope, that won't work. Mater servo, no, that's just one servant. Mater servis, hey, there we go. B. Right there. Okay, and 40. The actors gave a splendid show to the citizens. So the actores, all of these are actores, so that helps us. Gave. Okay, so we know we're going to need the perfect tense, and dederunt, so we're between B and C now. A splendid show, spettaculo splendido. Well, no, that's dative. So, and these are accusative. So the actors gave the splendid show.